Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to talk about Israel's 2026 plan. And first off the bat, I was going to get an editor. I was going to do all of this. I was going to have photos and videos flashing on the screen. And I told myself, you know what? I don't make money on YouTube. This is just for us to talk because I want to talk politics and I want you guys to comment because I read the comments. It's on my phone. It's not hard to do. So make sure to comment. And I said, do I really need flashing images and flashing videos and captions to try to get my viewers to stay hooked? No, because we are such a high IQ political space right now. You have to be smart to understand politics. You have to be smart. So I don't think I need to flash stuff on the screen in order to get people to stay. Excuse me. So we're going to get right into what I think Israel's 2026 plan is. And look, Israel wants to attack Iran in 2026. Israel wants to attack Lebanon. They want to attack Yemen. That's why they just recognized Somaliland. And Somaliland is a branch of Somalia. It's in northern Somalia. And the Israelis are the only country in the world to recognize Somaliland because, coincidentally, Somaliland is 30 miles from Yemen, from western Yemen where the Houthis are. So now Israel will be able to put military soldiers in Somaliland illegally, by the way, fully illegally. It's an occupation of Somalia so that they can bomb and terrorize Yemen, so that they can bomb western Yemen and be this far away now. That's why Israel recognized Somaliland. So they're setting that up for 2026 because I'm sick. Israel has 3 enemies remaining. Let me go over this real quick to set the stage. 50 years ago, the whole Arab world was against Israel. Then Jordan and Egypt signed peace deals. The Gulf countries, Iraq, Saddam Hussein was overthrown. The U.S. went into Kuwait, set up a government. Went into Iraq, set up a government. The UAE sold out their soul for oil money. Qatar sold out their soul for oil money. The Saudis sold out their soul for oil money and for football teams and soccer and for the United States. Oman is selling out for oil, essentially. They weren't really doing much. So now we were left with Syria, Lebanon, Iran, and Yemen. And in Syria, what happened? Bashar al-Assad was overthrown last year, and al-Shara, a former member of ISIS and al-Qaeda, you can dispute that. You can say that's not true all you want. It's true. I'm just stating the fact that the president of Syria right now was with ISIS and al-Qaeda. It's true. Look it up. And who runs ISIS? Israel. He's a fucking member of ISIS. He's with Israel. He's been always controlled with Israel forever. Okay, do you understand that? Okay, great. Because when I say al-Shara, al-Jalani, al-Shara was with ISIS, he wasn't. He left it. He wasn't involved with it. But then you just ignore that Israel controls ISIS. ISIS never attacked Israel. He was a part of a group that was funded by Israel, backed by Israel, supported by Israel, and never dared to touch Israel. And now as he's the president of Syria, with multiple members in his government that are former al-Qaeda members, former ISIS members, they're never going to touch Syria. They actually released a map of Syria the other day because they redid some of the government logos. And the new map of Syria that the government's putting out does not involve the Golan Heights because they do not dare touch Israel, whether or not they were in ISIS or whether or not they're in Syria. So that leaves us with Yemen with the Houthis and Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, and Iran. Let's go over these right now. The Gaza war, in October 7th, Israel pushed Gaza to fight back. And whenever Gaza fought back, Israel conducted an absolute genocide. So Israel has, I guess, handled that situation there for them. Syria's been handled, and now we have Lebanon and Hezbollah. We have Yemen and the Houthis and Iran. Recognizing Somaliland gives Israel a military base 10 feet away from the Houthis. So now they're going to be able to bomb those people into oblivion. That's what's going to happen. Iran, we see a little bit of protest funneled. We saw Israel attack in June trying to get an internal revolution because Iran is a country of 90 million people. You can't defeat that. It's a massive country. You can't defeat that. So they need a government regime change, and that's what they're trying to push because the Iranian people are not going to allow Israel to come in and set up their government. So they're going to do it through some undercover protests, Mossad shadow ops, reinstall the dictator, the Shah, who was installed with unquestioned authority by Israel years ago. They want to put him back in charge. But since he's Persian, they think it'll work. We don't know. In Hezbollah in Lebanon, Israel invaded in 82. They invaded in 2005. They invaded in 2024. They actually pushed up to Beirut in the 80s. And Hezbollah is surrounded by ISIS in Syria, Jelani in Syria to the north and the east. And now they're surrounded by Israel to the south. It's getting pretty bad. So Trump meeting Netanyahu the other day said that the green light to attack Lebanon, you have it. The green light to attack Iran over ballistic missiles, you have it, because the world's not putting up with this dumb shit about nuclear weapons. So they went from Israel and the U.S., went from we got to attack Iran because of nuclear weapons. Like, the world looks at this and they say, yeah, if Iran has a nuclear weapon, that's bad. Like, no, we don't want countries to have nukes. I don't want Brazil to have a nuclear weapon because those things kill millions. They do. It's a nuclear bomb. So they said Iran has a nuclear weapon. That's why we have to go in and save the world, whatever. But after saying that 50 times and bombing Iran 50 times, the world looks at this, especially from in June, and they said, well, Mr. Netanyahu, I don't think they have a nuclear weapon. And now we know they don't. Just like Iraq in 2003. We must go topple Saddam Hussein because he has nukes. The world was like, okay, go in there, get the nuclear weapons, whatever. We went in there, no nuclear weapons. Now they're trying to go into Iran, no nuclear weapons. They blew up the nuclear sites. Iran came out. They said, what the fuck are you doing? There's nothing there. There's been United Nations watchdogs, people, watchers, overseers are in Iran for the past 30 years. And the United Nations puts out a report every month that says they're not creating nuclear weapons. We have cameras in these facilities. The United Nations has cameras in these facilities. They say there's no bombs. Israel goes, oh, and they just nuke and kill, and they bomb and kill everybody. So now Israel's saying it's the ballistic missile program that we have to go fight Iran over. Do you understand how stupid that is? Kazakhstan, Armenia, Georgia, Greece have ballistic missiles. Does Israel need to go attack those countries because they have ballistic missiles? Saudi has them. Jordan has them. Egypt has them. Syria has them. Afghanistan even has ballistic. Do you know that Afghanistan has missiles? So, but because they've shoved down our throat about the nuclear weapons for 50 years, and people wake up and say that we're not allowing that anymore. Now it's ballistic missiles. What's next? What is next? Because ballistic missiles won't work. We have to go fight and die and kill Iranians because of ballistic missiles. Like, are you stupid, man? But thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe, comment your thoughts as we go into 2026. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I thought about editing this and I said, you know what? We're a smart audience. I mean, if you want to see flashy photos and pictures and videos to keep yourself hooked on it, I guess turn on the news and they'll have bombings and explosions to keep, you hooked. But, if you're still watching the video now, you're one of the smart ones. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time.